This video is kind of a continuation of the last two. In case you missed them, go back and check them out. And here's the second thing you can do to grow your nervous system capacity and increase self-regulation. There are actually two things, but they match perfectly together. They will allow you to get out of your mind and send cues of safety to your nervous system. And how? By orienting to the environment and connecting to the ground. Orientation and grounding. If you were like our ancestors in the wild, being chased by wild animals, wild beasts, we would need to know where we are in space and feel the connection of our feet to the ground in order to hide or flee. When a system is running in fight or flight, these actions are the primary pathways to safety. To feel like we can go somewhere, we first need to know where we are. We can say that now we live in a different kind of jungle. We don't have lions chasing us, but we still live our lives as we are under threat all the time. Now, instead, we have taxes, jobs, challenging relationships, war, COVID, publicity, and we keep having acute and developmental experiences that become traumatic because of unfinished physiological responses and unmet needs. All of these add to the stress levels in our body. Our minds become so busy trying to figure out how to manage all the external demands that we become completely disconnected, not only from our bodies, but also from the space around us and our connection to the earth. So orienting means taking a few seconds every now and then to look around, to contemplate what's going on in our environment. If you can go outside, the better. But if you're working or can't leave right away, maybe you could just take a look out of the window or move your eyes away from the computer or the smartphone. And for a moment, notice the distance between your body and the walls of the room, between your body and the trees, the buildings, the streets, becoming aware of the colors and the position of the objects around you, expanding your peripheral vision, your consciousness of the present moment. Also, using your auditory perception to recognize the sounds that can help you to place yourself in space, in relation to the doors, the windows, the furniture, and everything that is, not only in front of you, but also to the sides and also behind you. And as you do this, maybe there's an urge to take a deep breath or the feeling that your vision is now a little bit clearer. Maybe there's a sensation of more space in your chest, in your shoulders. Take all the time you need exploring this. Then, when you're ready, try and press your feet into the floor, playing between pressing your toes and then your heels, or bending your knees if you're standing or walking. And again, take a moment to focus on the weight that connects you to the earth. Noticing how gravity holds your body, your bones, and your muscles. How your head is supported by the spine, rooted in your hip bones. If you can, and feel curious, you can even take off your shoes, letting the bottom of your feet touch the floor. When one part of our body is touched, the whole system is touched. And these two practices, orienting and grounding, are very, very, very simple, but they can provide real-time relief for a dysregulated nervous system. Because when we do this, we're gathering information through our sensory organs that help our parasympathetic nervous system to slow down the sympathetic hyperactivation in a gentle way. You can start practicing this right away, or perhaps when you're starting to feel a little restless inside. Although I strongly recommend trying it out when you're not anxious, because at those times, and you probably know this, it can be very hard to remember to practice anything at all, especially if you've been disconnected from your bodily sensations for many years. Please let me know what you think about these self-regulation tips to reconnect with your somatic experience, the experience of living through your body and in relationship with the world, following biological impulses, orienting and connecting to the ground. They all require repetition and conscious awareness, but the good news is that the more you practice them, the more your body will naturally ask for them. So it will eventually become a natural resource, an automatic pathway, which means that your nervous system has increased in capacity.